witnessing the inauguration of the Oluye of
the installation.
the installation, sir.
Yes.
So, with the way the event went, how would you describe your remarks about it?
Well, I'm happy that this day has come and we have witnessed it. His father, his late father, was one of my chiefs, one of my high chiefs. He was Chief Sajuku of Ijero. I remember that one day he called me on phone that he was with his last born, called Bankole, and he just told me, Kabesi, this boy will still become a chief in Ijero. I said, well, it was that prediction has come true today. Bankole himself is a nice young man, personable young man. He loves Ijero with passion, and when I saw his activities and the way he conducts himself, then I remembered what the father told me, and I said, okay, I'm going to give him a honorary chieftaincy title, which is what we have given him today. He was born and raised in Igemo, a quarter in Ijero, and so today he's taking the title of Oluye of Igemo. Actually, nobody has ever taken that title before, but I give him that title to honor him and to prepare him as a young man to be more committed to the affairs of the kingdom.
Sir, what does the title signify? What is the importance to the community?
Well, chieftaincy titles are means of honoring people who deserve it. It's also a means of telling them that we recognize you and we want you to do more for the community. So that's exactly what this title is, to honor him and to let him know that to whom much is given, much is desired, that he has to really do more for to express and to show his love for the community more. That's the purpose of honoring him.
Yes, there's no time we come to Ijero that will not be interested in learning more about the heritage of Ijero. Can you share a bit of that with us, sir?
Yes, Ijero, the Ajero is one of the direct sons of Oduduwa. Actually, I'm in the number 4 position. That among these seven prominent sons of Oduduwa, I have 3 senior brothers and 3 junior brothers. Alara is the Alara of Aramuko, and Orogun is the Orogun of Ila in Osun State. But we were born of the same mother, and the Ajero happens to be in the middle again. Alara being the senior and the Orogun being our junior. So that's why when you get here, you can consider yourself as being in the palace of Oduduwa himself. Anywhere you get to, whether it is Alara's palace or Ogun's palace or Ajero's palace, you are in Oduduwa's palace. Okay.
Does that answer to the question of the crown you wear? It's like that of the Oduduwa.
Yeah, yes, that's why you see the logo. Yes.
Now, sir, there's a particular junction very noble in this community, in this kingdom. I read a bit about it. That it was a point where Oduduwa shared the crown to his children. I want you to dwell a bit more on that. I want to learn from you.
No, that we are talking about is Itajero. Itajero in Ile-Ife. Itajero is still in Ile-Ife.
Okay.
That was the last place that the sons of Oduduwa converged, and where the father blessed them and gave them the paraphernalia of office. It was there Ifa was consulted for each and every one, and Ifa told them what they would meet, where they were going to found their own kingdoms. So Itajero is the last place where that's the beginning of democracy. That's the beginning of democracy, because they sat down, they agreed on certain things, They agreed on that. They agreed, for example, that when each of them found their kingdoms, they will not wage war against one another, and that has been so since time immemorial. Any community that wages war against another is not pure Yoruba. It must be stranger elements waging war. But sons of Odua, they will never wage war against one another.
Sir, aside the Ajero, just like you mentioned now,
Yes.
I want you to state a number of other historical places of historical relevance in Ijero.
Yes, there is a place here in the present Ikpoti or the present Owatedo in Ijero Kingdom. That point was the where the mother of Alara Ajero and Orogun actually died.
Hmm.
The mother she usually go from Alara to Ajero to Orogun and like that. So one of those occasions she was coming from Ila-Orogun and got to that point, and that was where she died. And then when she died, uh, a message was sent to Ajero. It's on in my own kingdom. So I now sent a message to Alara that Mama is gone. I sent a message to Orogun, Mama is gone. Orogun pleaded that is the last born, that her remains should be brought to Ila for rest. Alara refused. Alara said he's the firstborn, so he has to keep the corpse. Ajero said, both of you can't have. So eventually, Ifa Oroku was consulted. Ifa now says the mother should be buried exactly where she died. That was now a dilemma. How can we three kings be in cities and our mother will remain in the forest? Ariadeki Suta Kisubo. If I was further consulted, if I now said Alara should contribute 10 people, Ajero 10 people, Onago 10 people to start a town. And that was the first name of that place is Ogmolu, a town made up of 30 people. So that was how Owatedo in Ekpoti started. So the burial site is still there. And then, of course, this palace itself is a tourist attraction. This was not the first palace that Ajero used here. The first one was at Iloko. That's another town in Ijero local government. That was the first place that Ajero settled after coming down from Ife. And that's our original home. But because of the terrain of that area, we had to move up here for risk of development and other considerations. So that's it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Once again, I observe the development that is taking place in Ijero has been tremendous, I must say. Have you been able to achieve this, sir?
Yes, I thank God and I thank my people, the people of the Ijero Kingdom, for their cooperation, for their love and their support. And Ijero is blessed with sons and daughters who are doing well in all spheres of life. In the military, we have generals, we have admirals. In the civil service, we have permanent secretaries, executive directors, and things like that. So, and in the academics, we have professors, a lot of them. In business, we have business moguls. All of them are supporting me for the progress and development of the kingdom. And that's why, by the grace of God, we are recording the progress that we are making. Thank you.
Your message finally. Okay, yeah. The next question is about your honorees. Observe they are quite large in number. Is there any historical significance to that, sir?
Well, you may think that they are large, but not yet large enough.
Mm.
Because when I came to the throne, I inherited 18 of them, no 17, from my predecessor. They handed over 17 of them to me, and that is the tradition here. Àtọ̀ eré sísá náà fi bí èsì. Ìjọ tó bá ti gbin àgbàdo náà ti gbin ọ̀jẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́. You understand what I'm saying? So it's part of the thing here. Actually, we have some ceremonies and for the Oloris to perform. So this is a great palace with this palace is not a modern palace; it's an ancient palace, and we have our tradition and culture. So it's part of our traditional culture that the Oloris here have to be many. Can't be just one. It can always be many. So that is it.
So I understand you're a Christian and a devoted Christian. How do you merge being a devoted Christian with being the custodian of the tradition? How easy was that?
Yes, actually, there is no problem about that. The reason being that the Oba has the authority and the commission, the obligation to make sure that every person practices his own religion the way he wants it. So if somebody says there is a stone, which that stone is his own god or goddess, he has to have free access to that. If it is a river, if it is a tree, you go. So for Christians here, we are I have very cordial relationship with the Christians. I have cordial relationship with the Muslims. I go to the mosque. I go to Yidi with them during Leya, during Itunawe and things like that, and they are free with me. So also with the traditional religionists, everybody is allowed to practice their religion the way they want to do it, and nobody is allowed to disturb any other person. So we are living together peacefully here. But as it is, nobody disturbs me from my own religion. In fact, when I came to this throne, I built the first chapel in the palace. So I worship there. I worship with my chiefs who find it convenient for them to join my family. We worship together here. And like I said, I worship in the mosque, I worship in all the churches, I worship. And basically the traditional religion, before they do anything, they take permission from me. Sometimes they collect certain things for their rituals and from me, and I give them. So that's how we have been able to do it and live peacefully together.
Finally, the message to the entire Ajero, people of Ajero, home and abroad.
Okay, well, once again, I thank all Ijero sons and daughters, home and abroad, who have been supportive of my administration, and we have been together. I still enjoy them to continue. Actually, they should not forget home. No matter where they are, no matter what position, then whatever positions they are holding, whatever God has blessed them with, let them always remember to give back to this society, because this is our own home, and we cannot go to any other place, and we have to develop our home. We have to develop our community. I thank those who are doing it every time. Those who have come home to build beautiful houses, and by God, by the grace of them, they will all live long and enjoy the fruits of their labor. So I encourage every other person to be coming home regularly, not to forget home, and to give back to this society. And wherever they may be, it is my prayer for them always, as I place them under the protection of Almighty God, that God will be with them. Whatever they are doing, they will prosper, and by God's grace, they will bring the dividends back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We want you to mention your name and title to cap it off.
Well, I'm Alayelua Oba Joseph Adebayo Adewale Arojojoyi II, the Ajero of Ijero Kingdom.